Hi, good morning. Happy Saturday. Yeah, my hair's in a ponytail again. I might have to go get it cut because you can't tell, but it's very thick, and I had it down, I blow dried it, and I got to sweating because I've been trying to clean this, well, not clean. Okay, so Leah, which is Patty's daughter, has a page called Persnickety Peach, which I love the name of her page, Persnickety Peach. Patty's other daughter has a page called, I went blank and I couldn't remember it. It's Plain Living SD, Plain Living Homestead. You could probably find it that way too. And she teaches people how to sew. So it's a sew. S-E-W-S-O, so. Anyway, it's a great channel too. Back to the other part of the video. But Leah talked about another YouTuber, Fly Lady, who goes into all this stuff about organization, and not so much organization, but cleaning and getting rid of stuff. And Leah said one thing that like really stuck with me. And then I started watching the lady this morning, but she said, you know, go in your bathroom and go through all the hair stuff and the makeup stuff that you're not using, and I think she said get rid of 27 pieces. I don't think the numbers matter so much as just go in there and get rid of 5. Go in there and get rid of 10, you know? Go in there and get rid of 1. If you're not using it, donate it. Or throw it away if it's no longer good. So that's what I started doing this morning. Going through and boxing up some stuff. Yeah, that's helpful. Yeah, I got hot. Anyway, back to my hair, which is where I started. I got hot.
Oh, get my shirt. Okay. My shirt back.
I was like, maybe it's time for a haircut because I can't leave my hair down because it's so thick. I get so hot that I get ridiculous hot. Hey, let's go back this way. Moving on from that, what did yesterday bring me? Well, a little girl came to my door. She's 7 years old. Really cute little girl. I think she had chocolate or something smeared all over her nose when she came to the door. I didn't ask her what it was. It was just something brown on the tip of her little brown nose. And it was also on her shirt. And she said,
Can I say something?
I said, sure.
Well, I just saw like a really sad cat walking down the road, or a really sick cat walking down the road or something.
And I said, okay. She said, well,
I mean, I don't know what kind it was or anything, but it was really sad. It also scared me.
I said, why did it scare you? She said,
well, I mean, because it couldn't walk.
huh? So what?
She said, well, I mean, it had like broken legs.
You just said it was walking down the road.
Well, I mean, it was. But I don't even know if it was alive.
Lord Jesus, why me? Why me? I said, okay. So, we're not sure if the cat was alive. We're not sure whether its legs are broken or if it can walk, but you saw it walking down the road. She goes, yeah. I said, what do you want me to do? She said,
I don't know.
I said, is your mom home? Because I can't bring in another cat. Gracie is mean enough by herself. You know what I'm saying? I said, is your mom home? She goes,
oh yeah, she's at home, but her car's in the garage.
okay, and okay, yeah, so she's home. So why don't you go tell your mom about the cat with the broken legs, who can't walk, who might be dead, who's walking down the road? She said, oh, okay. And there she went, running off down the driveway. I have no idea. I didn't ask anything else about it because I was too confused at that point. I don't even know if there was another cat, to be quite honest. So, isn't that pretty? That'd be a good thumbnail. Then they came over last night and we made a cake. I said I had to go ahead and start getting it ready because then we have to cook it and then it has to cool some before you start putting the icing on it or the icing will melt. And she goes, okay. So we go through, we get it ready, put it in the oven. She decided against cake pops. Cake balls. And I was fine with that. I was like, whatever, I don't care. So we made the cake. I took the cake out. I put it on my little cookie cooler thing, whatever you call those things. It lets air underneath to help it cool. And after a couple of minutes, I flipped it out on a paper towel on that thing because it needed to cool. Well, she wanted to go ahead and start icing it. And I said, well, I mean, that's fine, but you're supposed to wait till it cools. Well, it kept breaking, like cakes do. And she wanted to make it in a rectangular pan. Then she wanted to cut that in half and stack it. I was like, why didn't we just do the 2 round pans? If you were going to stack it anyway. I don't understand life anymore. But that's what she wanted to do. And then she was getting frustrated because it kept breaking. And she said, I didn't know it was going to fall apart like this. And I said, she was like literally getting upset. And I put my hands on her face, on each cheek. And I looked her straight in the eye. And I said, it's okay. It's just a cake. It doesn't have to be beautiful to be eaten. Y'all are going to take it home, and I bet y'all are going to eat every bite of it. It doesn't matter that it's falling apart. And she kind of calmed down a little bit, and a piece fell off. I said, put a little bit of icing on the inside, and then put the piece of cake back on. She said, well, that's not going to help. And she did it and it stuck. And she goes, oh. I said, you're going to learn one day that I do know a few things. And she goes, well, I'm just a kid. And I looked at her straight in the eye and I said, you are just a kid who's 9, who's going on 25. And she kind of smiled. I said, I ain't falling for it. I'm not falling for it. So anyway, then I was trying to show her how to use the piping bag again. And so I take it and I press it down, bring it up, press it down. She said, how do you know to do all this stuff? I said, I guess because I'm old. A little Phoenix sitting on the other side of the counter. I make her sit at the bar. And she's sitting over there and she's like, very. Naomi said, oh no, not with the very. I said, oh yes, she went there. And Phoenix was like, what? You are very old. I said, well, I guess when I was your age, I thought 59 was very old too. But it's not very old, okay? When you get to be 59, 60 years old, you realize it's not that old. I used to think my grandmother was ancient, and now I'm like her age, and I'm like, well, you know what I'm saying. When I was their age, she was probably my age. And yeah, I was like, man, she is old. And now here I am, and I'm like, yeah, we're not that old. We still got a lot of years left in us, but anyway, that's how all that went. But my shoulder hurts, so, and we're about to leave, so goodbye. I'll be back. Last night we were listening to Adele sing whatever song. Naomi was singing it, and I mean, she was pouring her whole heart into it. She was singing as loud as she could. She was giving it her all. And after the song ended, I said, that was great. I said, let's find another song by Adele. She said, it's Adele. I said, unless you is from the South, and then it's Adele, okay? It's Adele. We're back home just like that, so I'll be back. Hi. I'm not sure if you're aware of this, but note sarcasm when I say this. stop signs in very busy parking lots are mere suggestions, okay? You don't really have to stop, according to most people in this parking lot, okay? They're just suggestions. It's like that yield sign. Just forget about that. Just keep right on going. Don't you worry about yielding, because the car that's coming, they'll slow down. Like I said, pick up on the sarcasm, okay? Okay, moving on. I wish that when I wake up in the morning, or before I even go to bed at night, and I have an idea of what I'm going to do the next day, like, oh, I don't have the girls tomorrow night, so I'll get up tomorrow and work on painting some more. And that way, when they come tomorrow evening, I won't be so tired, right? Sounds like a great plan.
And then I wake up this morning.
And then I wake up this morning, and my body's like, you gonna do what? No, you ain't. You ain't painting. No, you gonna sit here, girl, because your back's gonna be hurting, okay? Now, I did get some stuff done. I mean, I can function on the daily basis of washing dishes and sweeping and mopping and such as that. But painting requires climbing a ladder and sitting on the floor for the trim. It's that whole sitting on the floor and climbing the ladder thing that makes me go, maybe not today. Not today, Satan. Tomorrow might be better. But then, I don't want to wear myself out. This is why it's taking so long. And now, I'm thinking, do I want to paint my office that color white? It's called Cedar Key. It's an off-white. But I really like it because it's off-white. And it's a good off-white color. It's the same color as my bathroom. It sure would brighten up my office, because my office doesn't have overhead lighting, which I need to call in an electrician and get that done, because I would like to be able to see in there other than just my floor lamp. Why didn't they used to put overhead lights? Anyway, I've rambled on long enough, so I hope you enjoyed this video. Remember that I love you. Jesus loves you. I hope he's coming back soon, because people be crazy. And I will talk to you on the next Tracy Tries, okay? Toodles, my noodles. Stay silly, my friends, and smile. It pisses people off, makes people happy, or just makes them wonder what you've been up to. Yeah, all right. Coming upon a red light here. So it's because I'm on a curvy road. So as soon as I get up here and I can take my eyes off the road for half a second, I'll say goodbye.